Oh, I think we're working.
Oh, I think we're
Oh,
working.
okay, yeah, we're working. Thank God. Don't know why that was glitching out. Oh. Just need to restart OBS a couple times. Apparently, that's all it took. I now don't have this though. Where's this window capture gone? There we go. Right, everything should be back to normal now. Hopefully. I just can't see chat currently. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Morning, Mr. Geordie. I have no idea what went wrong there. I just had to restart OBS a couple times, then it started working. I'm now kind of... This would be a value... This would be a value area trade right there. I'm going to check back in on that. That would be a little scalp move there. Potentially even there. I'll just keep it there. 20-point stop. And then targeting like wave control. That's a potential value area long for today. I'm watching both, just cause, yeah. But I don't really know if I can get anything with my actual model today. Doesn't seem to have offered anything. It offered, this is what I was saying before, when I couldn't talk, is that there was a long setup here, but it was just too dangerous for me. It was too risky, since it happened right at open. And then I thought I was going to miss the move entirely. I can potentially, if like, I need this to like knock out these lows or something, and then go for previous day's high. That's the only chance I've got really of getting anything here. Because I would like to enter long right now, if I'm being honest, but we have 10 AM news in 6 minutes, so I can't really enter ahead of that news. I'd rather just wait. And it's a bit like it's not like gone too far, to be fair. Like this would be a perfectly valid entry. It's just the 10 AM news is a thing. Same thing with its value. Like I don't know if I would enter that trade even on the value area levels, to be fair, just because it's a 10 AM news driver. It is a 10 AM news driver, right? Yeah, prelim consumer sentiment. Is prelim, I always forget, is prelim the more, let me read it, preliminary release, yeah, preliminary, that's it, it's the more impactful of the two, the revised and the preliminary, so it's the more impactful 10 AM news driver out of the normal, the two types of consumer sentiments. Yesterday I was trading with the value area levels and it went pretty well, so I'm going to continue monitoring them. In the future I honestly may well switch to them, but I don't know if I like simply trading off the value levels. I kind of would, if I was going to go for that, I would want to add some sort of entry trigger that is something to do with order flow. What that would be, I have no idea. I'm such a noob when it comes to order flow. That I like I like these volume profiles, previous day, overnight, and previous week. I like them for like kind of levels to look for trades. Like right now, looks like a nice place to look for a long. But yeah, I like the idea of being able to see something else that could be like my trigger, not just like it's coming down to this level, long it. I want to see it come down to this level and then like, I don't know, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about order flow to say like, oh, what could work nicely with that. Cumulative delta is something that I want to look into, but this is the thing, I don't know really what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know how it could be used for an entry trigger. Anyway, that's enough order flow for one ICT stream. It's cool that they're lining up though. That overnight value area high and the first presented. Pretty cool. Again, I'm not going to long either of these right now just because we have high impact news in 3 minutes. I don't want to stand in front of it. I'm hoping that this doesn't just expand higher. I'm hoping that it comes and knocks out that sell side. And then I can get long. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not getting a trade. Oh. I don't think I've had have I had a trade this week? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have. I actually don't think I've had a trade this week. Have I had a trade this week? If I have, it's been a losing trade. The weeks kind of just all blurred together for me right now. I think I tried to long in here, yeah. I tried to long in there on Tuesday. I don't think I took anything up. No, I didn't take anything on Monday. I tried to long in there on Tuesday, failed. Wednesday opened and ran off, so I got nothing, but I was noticing that the value area levels were really clean on Wednesday. And then yesterday, Thursday, we had Fed Chair Powell, so I just kind of traded the value area levels, and that went pretty well. There was nothing ICT yesterday for me. Just literally opened and went, kind of similar to today. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. AM news in 1 minute. I don't really know what I can do though. Like I'm not going to be entering anything. If this sweeps previous day's high, which is also all-time highs, there's not a whole lot I can do when we're like at all-time highs. I can't really go for a short, and I can't really go for a long unless someone wants to come sweep something. Was there a 15-minute 2022? No. There was a 3-minute off that 15, but again, this is right at the open, and then now this is right at news. It's really annoying, the timing of them. It's like all the setups today are formed right at the like really volatile points of the day. Here's the news. Is it gonna just spike us up to the target, or is it gonna drop us down? Like, this is a 2022 model short in itself, but I'm long biased, so I wouldn't expect this to play out. I would expect this to just pump for the highs, but we can hope for a retracement of some sort. That value area long would have played out really nicely from the overnight value area high. Here's that little dump. But like you could have got a 1 to 2 out of the value area long there. Depending on how big the stop was. To the current session's, it's now bouncing off the current session's point of control. Here's that flush. It's dumping. Have you caught anything today, Geordie? I have a friend who's going crazy right now because he's long on us on like an individual stock. I'm not long, but yeah, I mean he is long. He's investing. So it's not like it's not a trade. It's an investment, but you know what I mean. He's currently pinging my phone up and down. What's up, Chad? How's your AM session been so far, Mr. Chad? I missed the initial. I didn't miss it. I chose not to trade it because it was right at open, and I don't really like trading right at open. I do, but it's just dangerous. I don't like it. I can do it. I just don't like to. Especially when it's. I don't mind it if we get the initial market structure shift, say like at open. I don't like it when we're like in the fair value gap that is the entry, and that's when markets opening. Like this was a long setup here, this 2022 here. That's like a fine long setup, but I hate the fact that we've like come into the fair value gap right before open, because basically because of the volatility at open, this low here could have easily knocked out this low and then fired up, like easily. So it just makes placing your stop an absolute nightmare. Because it's not like, oh, I got stopped, I was wrong. It was like, no, I got stopped and it's still going to go in my direction. Oh, nice. Well done, Mr. Chad. My model is technically set up now for a short, but I'm not feeling the risk appetite today. Yeah, I wouldn't go short today. We're like hovering just below all-time highs, Jordy. Chad's leaning towards short, interesting. Low resistance liquidity run on hourly. I would just say all-time highs, Chad, is the only issue. We're literally hovering. This previous day's high is all-time highs. We're hovering just below it. It's normally doesn't go well for shorts. And this looks pretty nice for, like, I mean, my view is that this is just going to keep continuing and go beyond previous day's high. Mr. Cooper. What happened to you this morning, Coop? Stop to the tick at midnight open and target hit 6 minutes later. Yeah, that's why I don't trade them openings. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that's true, Chad. The last few days, PA has just been like, hey, look, I'm going higher, I'm going higher. Sinks into... I mean, Wednesday shot up. We've had such an up and down week. Tuesday, straight down. Wednesday, straight up. Thursday, straight down. Today's kind of just meandering about. What did Monday do again? I can't remember. I think Monday shot straight up, didn't it? Where's Monday? Monday's here. Yeah, Monday opened and shot up and then slowly retraced. Oh no, opened here and shot down. And then just banged around and then went back up. Shot down into that daily fair value up on Tuesday. Shot up on Wednesday. Took out the higher time frame, like the all-time highs on Wednesday. Thursday came back down into the range again. And now we're on Friday. No, it's still not over, Geordie. It's still not over. We have NFP next week, and it's still like not confirmed. We have CPI, which is confirmed weirdly, but NFP isn't. We have a very, very weird week next week. We have Monday bank holiday. Tuesday we have Powell speaking at 11:30, so that kind of kills that AM session on Tuesday. One, because it's the day after a bank holiday, and two, because Chad. I'd be surprised if Chad was speaking. Fed Chair Chad. Yeah, to 11:30, Powell means basically like most people in the AM session, they're probably like the big players. They're just going to be waiting. They're not going to be placed in any large positions 2 hours before Powell speaks. But the PM on Tuesday, PM on Tuesday would probably be my preferred session if I was going to trade at all. But we have another FOMC member, Waller, speaks at 3:25 PM on Tuesday in the afternoon. So really, honestly, I'm not going to trade next week until Wednesday, post CPI. We have Wednesday CPI, Thursday PPI, NFP, Friday, which is not confirmed. So I wouldn't expect that NFP to happen, to be honest. If it does, then so be it. But I'm going to be trading Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Monday I was obviously bank holiday, so no trading at all. And Tuesday I wouldn't be that excited to trade, nor on a normal Tuesday after a bank holiday. A Tuesday after a bank holiday with Powell speaking, like towards the end of the AM session, yeah, I'll avoid that one as well, thanks. So that'll mean no streams as well either, but I'll just do videos instead of streams. I didn't mean to do a video today, but I didn't end up doing it. I ended up editing instead, editing shorts. Futures Netflix, yeah, quite literally. I might just like fall into a coma for Monday and Tuesday. I literally just sleep and wake up on Wednesday. That'd be like, I wish I could do that. Just sleep through boring ass price action. Actually gives me a good chance to do a bit of back testing on this whole volume profile thing and look into some other order flow stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get rid of that 3 minute because that's not important anymore. And this has just kind of gone to sleep all of a sudden. Chunks. Not at the moment, Chunks. I had a setup right at open, but I won't really ever trade right at open because it's just too dangerous. Too easy to just like get stopped for absolutely no reason other than it's so crazy. I'm not shorting you, melon. I was looking to go long. So far that I've had 2 chances to go long, well, like both off separate things. One off of like my normal way that I trade, which was right at opens, which I just wouldn't trade because it's. I will trade it, but I want any to see certain things happen before I'm gonna enter on it. Otherwise, it's just too risky. And then the other one was right before news, which again, depending on what the news is, in this case it was likely to be, it had the potential to give like a pretty decent spike, but even though it didn't really give that much of a spike, it's like I just see that as gambling. If I'm going to enter right before news, that's just, like, especially if it's one of them new, like consumer sentiments, one of them, especially like preliminary consumer sentiments, one of them where sometimes it's a dud. But sometimes, like, I've seen consumer sentiment, like, give some pretty hefty spikes sometimes. And you have no idea which one it's going to, like, it's all well and good in hindsight being like, oh, I should have entered on that news, it was a dud, but you didn't know that 1 minute before the news. No football this weekend, thought I had something to look forward to. No football, and you've got no trading, really, for, like, Monday and Tuesday, Geordie. What are you going to do with yourself? Tilt this monitor a bit. Oh, I'm probably making the camera like go all sorts of different directions here. I just want to tilt this monitor slightly. There we go. That's better. How does that change the camera? You guys like looking at my chest now? Right, a little bit. Let me just. There we go. Now I just feel really small. I feel really low down on my desk now. I don't like that. Wait a minute. I can just put that back up. That's better. I felt way too low on my desk then. I need to see something like this, and then I'm good to go long. Well, if we're being realistic, it would look something more like this. My entry would be in here. We don't really have any other sell side, really, do we? This is a nice bit of sell side because it's the 930 low, which has got a decent bit of liquidity behind it normally. Cody, all the boys are in the chat today. I've been decent, Cody. I've been struggling a bit with the losing streak, but happens. But if you've been in the Discord, you will have seen that I actually messed around with volume profile yesterday. And that did actually go pretty well. How's your trading been going, Mr. Cody? Too hot for paddle or golf as well. Jeez, thanks a lot, pal. How hot is it in South Africa at the moment, Jordy? Because it's like fairly cold here. It's October, so it's getting colder every day. Even though it's not actually winter here yet. Winter here doesn't start until when's winter start? Like late December. 1050 macro will be the play, we can hope. Be nice if it formed some sort of a swing high here before it took these lows, otherwise I don't really have a high to base my market structure shift off, and I just got a really bad headache out of nowhere. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this music off just for me, so it'll still be there for you guys, so it should be. I'm just turning it off for me because it's really hurting my head. 28 degrees Celsius, Jesus. We high 32, yeah, that's like summer here. That's basically, that's like as hot as it gets here, if not hotter. Terrible week last week, took some bad losses, trying to build my balance back up to take another payout. Oh, you got a payout, Cody? I didn't even know you got a payout. Nicely done. This is potentially a little swing high here. I want to see it do like more of a high than that, like maybe another high there, like another candle higher, and then turn. That'd be nice. I want to long here, lol. Yeah, me too, Chad, just not yet. Few losses right after a withdrawal is the worst, yeah. I bet that's where the majority of accounts get blown, you know. Or at least if, obviously, most accounts will get either like won't even make it to payouts, but the ones that do, I'm willing to bet. But realistically, like, you don't need to worry. If you blow an account right after you've had a payout, then like you've made money, so you did the important thing. Yeah, good call, Chad. Good call. I like the high that it's putting in here to be like the high that gets broken for my long, like a market structure shift high. Ugh. Knowing my luck though, that this will be the low here and we'll go up from here. Yeah, me too, Chad. One more push lower to take out that sell side. And then break. Hopefully it'll do it. It'll respect this fair value gap here, hopefully. I think there's a little volume imbalance in there. Yeah, there is. How do I have my execution tab on my left? How do I do it? It's, what you're seeing, Chad, isn't all on one screen. That tab above my head there for my executions is on my other monitor. And then, like, I just arrange it all in OBS, so it's, like, nice and presented on one screen. I just on OBS have like 2 separate window captures. One window capture is this monitor here, which is my trading view. That's this screen here with all my annotations and stuff on. And then on my monitor over there, I have 2 tabs open. I have another trading view tab open on there that's just like my new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps. Right now it's on the volume profile stuff. And then next to that is my, like on the same screen, is my Topstep X tab that's open. And then that, I have that. I have a window capture on that. And then OBS is on my laptop in the middle. I have OBS, chat, and like my laptop, which is in the middle, is basically just my like streaming like control center. I don't actually have anything trading related on my laptop. I just have my OBS, my chat, and the music that I'm playing all on my laptop in the middle, and then the 2 monitors either side of my trading screens. It's gonna be like hell going back to streaming, or like going back to trading and hopefully streaming when I go traveling again next year. I'm gonna definitely be buying a portable monitor to take with me though when I do that, and I have this wireless mouse now which I can take with me, so I won't just be trading off my laptop screen. I'll have a laptop, my laptop, hopefully a portable monitor alongside that, and then my mouse as well. So not as bad as when I was trading the last like 8 months I was traveling, 7 or 8 months, where I was literally just off my laptop, my tiny 13-inch MacBook. I really would like to get a bigger MacBook. I would actually need to think about how much it would cost. Because if it doesn't cost like that much, like considering if I trade in the laptop I've got, I would genuinely do that. Because I could get like a laptop that's 3 inches bigger with a like 3-inch screen. That mouse is, it says it on the bottom, it's called the MX Master 3S from Logitech. My girlfriend bought it me for my birthday, and it is probably the most like the most insane mouse I've ever seen. I can scroll like multiple ways with it. I can scroll like normal. It's got like a normal scroll wheel, which I'm using on TradingView, but then I can also scroll horizontally, and I can just like scroll back in price like that, which is like, I don't know how many times I've used it, but it is definitely fun when I do get to, like when I remember that I can do it, it's pretty funny. And then it has like a few other buttons on it. It's good, I know that, yeah. Yeah, it's wireless, yeah. It's wireless and its battery life is insane. I think it has like 70 days of battery life when it's fully charged. Something crazy like that. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not respecting this. We've not broken this high yet. We think we made it equal highs there, haven't we? Yeah, not broken it, but we've not respected this fair value gap, so not really looking promising. This first presented has just been bitch slapped as well, like either side. It got respected initially, and then it's broken through it, and now it's broken back above it. That's not really a good sign. It's a chargeable mouse. Charges with a, oh, what do you call it? Like the brand new iPhone charger, the Thunderbolt, I don't know what you call it, USB-C. The one that all like the new iPhones are charged with, that charger. And like your laptop, my MacBook, same charger as my MacBook and my iPhone. It's pretty handy. I'm gonna be able to charge like I'm gonna be able to charge like everything I take with me with like the same charger, which is pretty ideal. Oh, I don't even know what the keyboard is, Chad. It's not wireless, no. The keyboard I have is like an old Razer one. I can put it down on let me like... I have no idea what it actually is, but I can show it to you. Let me just see my OBS. Or is it? Oh, you really can't even see it, but it's like a Razer laptop. There's lights up and stuff. Oh, no, my camera's gone. Okay, there we go. Does it say on it, actually? Oh. Razer Anansi. I don't know how you say that. Anansi. I got this years ago. Like years and years and years ago. It's very old, but it's pretty cool. I don't think you can get a train from Ireland to Crewe, Geordie. That's a flight type of job. Razer Black, well, yeah, you'll know better than me, Chad. It says Razer Anansi on the bottom, if that helps. But there is like a spider on it, actually. There's a spider, like on the thing. I'm trying to look anywhere if it has an actual name, but it doesn't. It just says Razer Anansi. It's a gaming keyboard. This is what this keyboard is from. This keyboard went from when I was like I had like a gaming PC set up that I didn't actually really use that much, but this keyboard and the old Razer mouse that I had with it was just got kind of turned into my trading setup. Yeah, I think having as much... Well, I don't know. I wonder what like the optimal amount of screens to have is. Because like I have... Well, if I'm not streaming, I have 3. Like that I can use, but when I'm streaming, I have 2 that I'm using actively for actual trading stuff. 2 like 27-inch monitors. And I don't feel like I would need... Like, I don't feel like I need another monitor. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything pressing that I should be, like, looking at. Yeah, Joe. Let me Google how far is it's probably easiest just to ask ChatGPT. How fast can you get from, let's just say, Dublin to Crewe? It's a big journey, I'm pretty sure. It's not like a fastest typical route is 3 hours and 20 minutes, and that's combining a flight and a train. I'll ditch these two monitors and buy one single 40-inch monitor. That could be pretty cool. I don't know if I kind of like having separate monitors. I don't know if I'd like having one big curved monitor. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd like that. Makes sense, obviously, because then you can have everything on one screen. But I don't know. I kind of like having them completely separate as like completely separate screens. That's That's like your dream, Geordie. The session really just went to sleep, didn't it? After that initial spike up. Pretty back and forthy. I'm still wanting to see this sell side get swept. I hate when we have a New York Open and it literally sweeps nothing. Like, it obviously swept these highs here and like all buy side, but no sell side. It ran into an imbalance, but I don't really like trading from imbalances. I'd prefer to trade from liquidity pools. It's just barcoding, yeah, sure is. What's ES doing? Exactly the same thing. Or is it ES relative to like the high time frames? Oh yeah, it's been the same similar sort of spot. I think that's how you find out that you find the algorithm, Matthew. You scan NQ and it's barcoding, and it'll send you to a website that is the algorithm. YM's doing the same. Shocker. I'm done, can't do it, sleep first. everyone's just hit the limit like all at the same time. You too, Mr. Geordie. Catch you next week. And enjoy your very, very long weekend. Yeah, I can't tell how much the government shutdown is impact. I mean, obviously the amount of liquidity is just like so much lower because we're just getting like not as many news drivers. It's really weird. But like this has been a fairly clean day for me to run to these equal highs. This initial buy side target has been pretty clean. It's just that I like literally can't get an entry before it happens. Really, like unless I entered right at the New York Open, which, like I said, I don't really like to do. Russell swept London low. I've never looked at the Russell. I never. Okay, maybe finally this is going to be dropping. I will still trade this. We just needed Geordie to leave. Yeah, it's a struggle, Matthew. It's very frustrating as well. When you're able to see where it's going, you just can't get in on it. It really is a struggle. Shit, I thought you left, Jordy. I thought you left. Now you've come back, it's come back up into the range. Literally, you put something in the chat and it's just shot back up into the range again. It looked like it was potentially displacing lower then for a second. Well, no, because now we know you're doing it, Geordie, so it's not going to work. We have like we're just in a range here. There's nothing to really talk about other than how much we're in a range. Oh, my monitor's froze again. Why do they keep doing this? One sec. The stream's gonna look a little weird for 1 second. I have to close this. I don't know why it's doing this recently, but recently my monitors both just like freeze. Right, 1 second. Stream's gonna look a little weird just while I restart this. Hopefully it didn't look weird. Yeah, now they work fine again. Really, that's so weird. No, the stream did look very weird whilst I did that. At least I don't have to like fully end the stream if it ever does that. I'm just terrified that it's going to do it right as I enter a trade or something. Like right as I enter a trade, but not enter, like don't enter my my stop loss or something. Oh my god. Do you guys hear that? Ow. One more, try and push it lower. Broken ribs. Oh, my neck always cracks. I've got a real issue with my neck cracking. I know for a fact if I did it this way, it would crack. I'm fighting the urge to do it right now. Let me mute my mic and do it. There we go. Alright, as soon as it breaks this low, hopefully we get down to that sell side. Ugh. Two more minutes for macro timing. What macro are you looking at, Chad? In 2 minutes, it's 10:45. I use 1050. I don't understand the people that use like anything other than like the 10 minutes before the end of the hour to the 10 minutes after the hour, because that's like the only macro timing that ICT ever taught. Anything that's like earlier than that or later than that, unless it's in the last hour, because in the last hour he does say that there's like 4 in the last hour instead of 2. But yeah, I just don't really. I kind of almost get a red flag if anyone ever teaches anything that's like a macro, but it starts at like 10:30 or 10:40. I'm just like, well, that's like if they're not, sorry, because that just sounds like an ICT cultist opinion. If they are claiming that they trade like an ICT style, and they know the algorithm, and the algorithm runs a macro at 10:40. To me, that's just them trying to sound nuanced and sound different so that they can sell their course, because they don't want to teach exactly what ICT teaches, because then they're not different. They're just more of the same. Yeah, it's a new 15-minute open, Chad, but just the specific term of calling it a macro, I don't agree with. Just because it's simply because I've seen him actually. Yeah, I don't know much about. I've always had a bit of a red flag about that. It's Zeusy, isn't it? That does the I've seen everyone on Twitter like slating him because of his 369 thing. I didn't know that it was that much though. Is it actually like a 10k mentorship? That's outrageous if it's true. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like an extremely high ticket course. But yeah, I did see that Zeusy always kind of spoke about like some different macro times, and every time I seen him, I was just like, you're just like making up something else to sound nuanced. Oh really? How what was that like, Chad? Did you say you learned something, or you just kind of, because like that's another reason I'm not the biggest fan of just these like guys that just try and sound very intelligent. There's a, I don't know if it's like the way I'm saying it is right, might be paraphrasing, but if someone really knows something, then they should be able to explain it in the dumbest way possible. And if they can't, then and they're just like using very eloquent words and they just sound very intelligent, more times than less, the chances are that they actually don't know what they're talking about as much, or they like don't know it as well. They're just trying to seem like they are an expert. Just 369 number coincidence selling the course. Yeah, there we go then. There you go. Yeah, that's the way I kind of look at things when I'm looking at people. When I'm looking for people online that are trying to like teach, I look for people that can explain stuff in the dumbest way possible, because then, like, to me, That's a signal that they understand what they're talking about. And it's a pretty good way to teach as well, to start as like the very basics. Or just explaining it in simple terms. If you try and explain something, if you're trying to teach someone something and you're just like thrown in the deep end, then either you don't really understand what you're teaching them, you're just trying to sound more of an expert than you are, or you're just a bad teacher. One of the two. Dodgy and Kane. Dodgy, I'm not so sure. I find him funny. I think he's a funny guy. I'm not sure like how legit he is. Kane obviously is legit. Like Kane has the proof in the pudding. I'm not aware of any proof from Dodgy. I wouldn't be surprised. Makes more money from like selling a course than actually trading. That's the issue with like most traders though. Just because it's so much easier of a business model. Like it's easier to make money selling what you know than like actually doing the thing itself. KAICAP, yeah, he's another one that has the results to prove it. Yeah, as far as IT, the issue is as well, ICT is obviously like the most, I don't want to say the most popular, but it's the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the most it's kind of almost mainstream now. Like if you like search up day trading, you're probably going to run into like SMC ICT like relatively early on, if not like straight away. So if you position yourself as an influencer, as like the that's like got all the influx of all the new traders, getting like that excited buzz about learning trading, and they're coming to you and they're like willing to spend money because they haven't ran into any scam artists yet. Pretty ideal place for you to be to scam them, or at least just make money from them by teaching them what they think is gonna work. 10 more mins and I can close my trading view. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to close it probably around the same time, Chad. That's another reason I'm a bit more interested in this order flow side of thing though as well, because I've yet to come across, I've not looked into it like that heavily, but from what I can tell, seems to be less influencery. Like I'm sure they exist. I'm sure order flow influencer guys that just sell courses and don't actually make money trading exist, but I've yet to like find them. I'm absolutely sure they exist though. They will do. For every single method out there in trading, there will be a cohort of those types of traders that don't make money trading. They just make money selling their courses or selling the whatever. Like me, I'm yet to make any money actually trading. Any money I have made from trading has been from affiliates, and that's not even that much. But I'm trying to make money trading. I just don't claim to be like this profitable genius. I'm still learning. I don't know if I'm still learning. I'm still in the process, I guess. I'm not really learning anything. I'm just kind of doing more of the same stuff. Yeah, exactly, Chad. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here because there's not a chance I get a trade in this barcode action. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for hanging out with me, boys. It was a pretty exciting open, to be honest. Very clean, nice run off the open, and then just barcode ass price action. But yeah, I won't be streaming on Monday or on Tuesday because they just don't look like good days to trade. I mean, Monday's a bank holiday, so that's an absolute no-go for me. And then Tuesday, the day after a bank holiday, plus Powell. Yeah, I'll wait until CPI releases. Thanks very much. So I'll be here 9:20 a.m. Wednesday. And then we'll do that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So enjoy your weekend, boys, and I will catch you next week.